So this is a message for your healing journey. We're going to take a look at past, present, future, what to focus on now, and what is your greatest strength. Be aware and beware. Acknowledge and appreciate. Keep in mind through this entire reading and part of balance. I'm going to add another one here and another one here. In the bottom of the deck, the theme of today's reading is the sun. So that just shows you right there your healing journey is in a very good space because of the optimism. And oh, look at that. The healing from past crap and fears, and that is because you invested in yourself. Okay, so we're going to leave the sun on top because the sun rules. So past, there was a situation where you may have just been sitting in your feelings, examining them, wondering what your feelings were. And this showed up reversed, so you may have been blocking their feelings. You may have been, you knew they were there, but you were afraid to let them in. The feelings, it's the emotions. You were very, in the past, very guarded with your emotions. But now, in the present, as part of your healing journey, look at that. You've overcome that fear. And the reason you did that is because you spent time with yourself. You got to know yourself. You took time out completely from the world and you went inside. It was like a labyrinth, a maze of twists and turns that you walked through without the fear, just with curiosity. Walked through that phase, and now you're free. Wow. Okay, so your strength to do all of this. Oh my goodness, look at this. Is when I look at this, I think of the Big Dipper because the cups just look like they're in the pattern of the Big Dipper. You set your sights high. You had a North Star for yourself. And this card I typically read like like a scratch and win lottery card. 7 of Cups. That's how I view this card in most decks, and this one too. Because with the 7 of Cups, you scratched off little bits and pieces to reveal your emotions. And slowly but surely, you got in touch with those emotions. And just like any lottery, if you don't play, you can't win. But you played. That is your strength. You took a chance to get in touch with your emotions back here in the past. You knew they were there, but you didn't want them to come up. And when I look at this, I see little eyeballs in the trees. Somebody helped you with this. Your spirit guides helped you with this. Okay. Now, what's in the future? Look at that. 4 of Swords. That is so good. This is a card of healing. This is a card of rest and restoration. This is a card of giving your mind a break. Now your mind is starting to settle, is starting to feel healed. And that's because you did the work. So now your mind can rest and can let go. I mean, the swords are hanging on the wall. That anxiety is hanging on the wall. So now you can sleep in peace. You've learned to protect yourself. Oh, you have learned to protect yourself from feelings that are hurtful to you. You've protected yourself in the way that you're able to examine them, like do the scratch and win, reveal what the feelings are, and then process them in your thoughts and in your thought processes. What to focus on next is, okay, that happiness. So we've got 2 4 cards. We've got 3 4 cards here. Okay, think of this as the 4 corners. Stability. What to focus on next now is the celebration, the happiness, the bringing together of all 4 corners, and bringing the joy and happiness into your life. Your ancients helped you with this. So you're actually bringing together, you're uniting your feelings with your thoughts, with your actions. So opening up your heart, getting in touch with your feelings, processing them by yourself in solitude, honestly, in an honest fashion, taking a break, and now focus on the future. Focus on that joy, the pure joy and the happiness. Cards to keep in mind throughout this entire process is the Page of Cups, the King of Cups. Okay, so the page is the younger version of the king. You are getting, okay, so your gifts are coming online. Psychic gifts are coming online. You are opening up that Piscean energy that is within you. So look where Pisces is in your chart and in what house and where your north node is in comparison. And then look up how that has affected you. Like compare what that does in your chart, where it is now. Like this is a bit of astrology, but it is going to help you to understand how to move forward with this energy. So the page is the younger version of the King of Cups. The King of Cups is emotionally stable, has the ability to ride out the storm because he's been there before. You may be entering some new storms because you've just opened up your emotions. So by combining your own energies with the younger, allowing them to come in, and the more mature version, you can ride out the storms too. But some storms are meant to be experienced. Your soul may actually want to experience more emotions. So you may have an opportunity to invite, open up, and experience more emotions in your life. But at least now you know what's coming, how to be prepared, and how to hold on to those emotions because you already know how to process them. So the new things that come up won't be as upsetting, maybe, They still may be, but you have more of an open mind now because you're not blocking them out. Okay. So, what to be aware of and beware of. Okay. So, be aware and beware of justice. Okay, justice. This is two justice cards. Notice the scales in both cards, and the sword of the mind. So as you move forward, be aware of how much of yourself and you give away and how much you keep for yourself. In other words, try not to give away so much that you are depleted yourself. Like, weigh the options. You have a very giving heart. You have a very generous personality. You you have in the past and often still do, maybe still do, give away so much that it causes your own detriment. That is something to be aware of. I'm not saying don't give, but be aware of the give and take ratio so that you are bringing justice to yourself and to others for the best in all. And the other side of that is if somebody offers you help, do you accept it? Or they offer you a gift in energy, like a gift to use their energy to help you build something. Do you accept it? So there's the both sides. The main thing is the justice, the balancing of the justice now to be aware of. Be aware of that. Okay. And okay, we've got a couple more cards to look at. This is a beautiful healing process that you're going through. Now, what to acknowledge and appreciate. Acknowledge and appreciate that you have done the work that you planned to do. You set out to do something specific. You set out back here to get in touch with your feelings, with your emotions. With the Three of Pentacles, you made a plan. The plan had something to do with bringing into harmony your mind, body, and spirit. And with the Five of Swords, you had that mindset to win at all costs. And that sometimes sometimes this card is viewed as a negative thing, that, you fight to win no matter what, but not in this case. In this case, to win at all cost was to bring the justice to yourself that you deserve, that your soul is meant to have. And win at all costs, you weren't fighting other people. You were in hermit mode. You were fighting your inner self. So to win at all costs, to bring stability and activate those plans to balance your emotions, your mind and your heart and your spirit, that is something to acknowledge and appreciate. That you did it. Your own intestinal fortitude, your own desire, your sheer determination made that happen. Now, the balance card to keep everything. Oh, this is like the most beautiful. To stay balanced now, the card of balance. Number one, to love yourself, to love every single aspect of yourself. When you look in the mirror and you see yourself, love every aspect of yourself, because this is your soul speaking to you. The Lovers is like a decision that you made to bring yourself into wholeness. This is not about a love relationship. This is about addressing the dark side of you, which is back here under the sun. You let the sun shine onto the dark side of yourself. You went there. You're brave. You made the choice. You went there and you come out feeling more whole. And now, as part of that balance, remember to take the time alone for yourself whenever you need it. You have transformed. You see the butterflies here? You have your connection with the higher thought process, the bird here, and you have increased your own self-esteem so much that you can stand and look around and be happy with where you're at, what you've achieved, where you're at, and where you're going. And you need that time alone to process things because as an empath, which most likely you are if you're here on this channel watching this, as an empath, you have to rest and recuperate after being in the company of other energies, like mingling with other energies in any way, shape, or form. It could be in a mall, it could be in a coffee shop, it could be at home, it could be with family, it could be anywhere with anything. But when you go out into nature and into your garden and listen to the birds sing and watch the butterflies, that is the restoration factor that you need to stay balanced. And that is extremely important for you on this journey of healing. So, this is beautiful. You are becoming that individuated soul that Carl Jung speaks of, and your healing is working. Remember your strength to play that lottery of scratching off what emotions lie underneath yourself and underneath each cup here. So that is part of your healing journey. That is where you are, and that is now opening up new gifts of new psychic gifts. New psychic gifts are coming in. Okay, so that concludes our reading for today. I was not expecting to do this today, and I'm sorry for the music in the background. When I sit down to do a reading, I usually try to lower the background noise. I'll see if I can filter it out somehow with the app that I use, but if I can't do it, I apologize for this. Anyway, keep up the good healing journey. This is fabulous. Hats off to you. See you next time. Bye for now.